You guys, when I tell you, I just had the best conversation. Hold on, this computer's being loud. I'm still like on this high, but I just had one of the best conversations with one of my really close guy friends, Jason, where he answered the ladies' questions. He answered the questions that you guys wanted to know. I don't think you guys are ready for this conversation because the gems that were dropped, y'all better be picking them up. Get your baskets, get your bags. This is Listen Up Ladies Part 2. All right, introduce yourself, all that good stuff.
All right, my name is Jason. You can follow me at Jason Williams. Gotta put a plug out there at Jason Williams. Go ahead and give me a follow.
Yes.
I've known Amaya for 6 years now.
Yeah, a long time.
Long time through Jack and Jill.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in law school right now. I'm a law student, so that makes me qualified to answer any and all questions that you have.
And how old are you, Jason?
Oh, I am the ripe age of 21 years old.
Yeah, that boy. He legal. Okay. All right. So we're going to hop right in. People had some questions. I have some questions. And, I just want this to be a raw and honest conversation. We're cool with each other. So, nothing's off limits. Okay?
All right, word. Let's do it.
All right. Good. Okay. First question. So, what makes a girl go from someone that you talk to someone who you would consider your girlfriend?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so, wow, that's actually an amazing question. Shoot. All right, here it is. We're just gonna flow. We're just gonna flow with it.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so girl, I was just. One second.
Location change, but we're back.
We ready though? We ready?
So the question was, what makes a girl go from someone you talk to someone you consider your girlfriend?
I say first thing is just time. Like just time. Like how much time are we spending together? How much are we talking? How much are we hanging out? And if I'm doing all that stuff and I'm talking to you that much, if I hang out with you that much, obviously I like you.
Yeah.
And for me at least, I'm not the type of guy to need to go around with a bunch of girls anyway. That's just not kind of how I roll. I don't go from girl to girl. Like, it's just not really my thing. Mm-hmm. So if I'm spending that much time with one girl, I'm only spending time with that one girl.
Yeah.
And naturally, it's like, all right, well, I'm in this, you in this, let's do this. So that's just kind of my thing. So it's really, I guess the main thing is time.
Okay, but is there anything like a girl could do that it's like, oh, like maybe I need to take her a little bit more seriously?
I say being upfront and honest, like, oh, there could be a situation where I didn't know she wanted to progress to that stage. I don't know if she wants to actually do that and be that. I just thought we were just shooting the breeze, didn't really know where she was at. So just kind of cooling, just kind of chilling for the moment. But if she expresses, oh no, like I'm interested in you that way, and I'm interested in her that way.
Okay.
So I guess conversation, just talking it out, being upfront and honest. So I would say start off with spending time. Spend a good amount of time with this person to see kind of, because it'll come out where their head is at, what they're thinking, what they desire, how they feel. It'll just pay close attention to what they say versus what they do, and their body language. Body language is huge.
Yeah. I know you're big on that. You're like,
I'm huge on body language.
Yes.
It's my thing. So yes, you have to pay attention, and you have to look for clues. You can't just look for one, clue here and then a clue there. No, you have to look for clusters. Okay, well, I said this, and then this person, then he acted this way, and he reacted that way, and he shifted this way and did that. All like the whole 9 yards, and all of a sudden you have a beautiful picture that tells you everything you need to know without even saying anything.
Yeah, so it's like time, because I feel, at least for me, like I don't like a lot of people in my space all the time. So if I let you in, that's a clue that like, okay, the light
exactly,
Yeah.
right.
And then I feel like over time, like if you start to become comfortable with someone, and
Right.
then you have those conversations like, hey, what are we doing here? Like,
Right.
all this time together, where is this
Right.
leading? Because I don't like my time to be wasted. So like
Exactly.
if you don't see a future in this, then you need to speak up because
Right. Say something.
yeah.
Otherwise, we're both kind of doing this dance, and we don't know what we're doing, and
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Same
Yeah.
page.
Okay, that's valid. So time, basically
Time.
time.
It's just
Time.
time. Gives you
Okay.
time to let down the walls a little bit, show like who you really are, see who they really are. Do I even really like who this guy really
Yeah.
is? You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of goes in all of it. But yeah.
Okay. Bet. Next question. What is the first thing you notice about a girl?
You notice it. You notice if someone's attractive. I mean, that's what makes you go
Yeah.
and talk to a person.
Mhm.
It's just the reality of it. You
Yeah.
you see a girl, wow, she's attractive. I'm gonna go talk to her.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's not like an. It's not, at least for me. It's not oh my God, she's so beautiful. I have to talk to her, this, that,
Yeah.
and the other. Now I'm in love with her just because she's so beautiful. No, and that just garners the conversation. Oh, I think she's cute. I'll go
Yeah.
up and talk to her. Is she more than just a cute girl? Is she more than just a pretty face?
Face.
Then that's where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
But first thing is, gosh, she's good looking. You know, she's cute. She's cute. Gotta go talk to her.
Okay, but like what quality is it? Eyes, teeth?
Oh,
I'm a teeth person.
you're a
Like,
teeth person.
yeah, I look directly at your teeth.
Oh,
And
it's
some
immediate.
yeah, and some guys, I've had some guys say like I look directly at the girl's shoes, like what shoes she's wearing. And like if she has a nice shoe game. And I'm like, not shoes. I don't know. It's just like where your values lie. Yeah,
I mean, that's
shoes.
you can go chase some shoes. I mean, shoot, you can go buy her some shoes. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm not. Nah, that's not really me. First thing I look at. All right, I go immediately for the face. I look immediately at the face, right? But
Okay,
then after that, I look at the eyes.
okay,
Woo! The
okay.
eyes could get me, and don't let those eyes just meet mine. We just had this
I
like
got
this
that.
lock in. Oh, no. Woo.
Okay, what about like some of your preferences? Like a lot of guys will say, "Oh, I like a girl when she has no makeup." But what if a girl has like acne or like something like that and she wants to, not cover up, but she just wants to enhance her natural beauty. So, what are your preferences when it comes to like hair and makeup, outfits?
The girl's most attracted to me when she like first thing in the morning, she just kind of waking up. It's weird for me. It's weird. It's
Uh,
weird. It's
like
weird.
like
No.
bonnet, scarf, crescent,
Yes, girl.
retainer.
Girl. Hair, just this ethnic hair going on. Love ethnic hair. Girl. Girl. Girls to me are the most attractive when they don't look extremely different from when they wear makeup and when they don't. So when
Mhm.
they look consistent, if you wear makeup and you look completely different, might be too much. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So for me, but if I had to choose one, it's more natural look. It's no makeup. I just kind of like the acne or not. Look, I have acne. You have acne. People have acne. It's
Yeah.
normal. It's natural.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? But it's like, not to sound cliche, but it's more what's in here,
Mhm.
what's up here, than that's what's over here. Okay. All right. And for me, let's be honest here. Like, I don't date around. I don't, like,
Yes, you don't. Mhm.
I find that one, I'm finding that one. And
Yeah.
that's just gonna be my person. We just gonna ride. So in 30, 40 years, I'm in it for the long haul, the end game. So 30, 40 years, that's gonna fade. That's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what's up here and here,
Yeah.
nah, that's gonna last a lifetime. So that's what's most important to me.
Okay.
But less makeup the better. I just like a girl who just she just looks good, natural, like natural women,
Yeah.
natural black women. Sorry, I
Put
love
the
the
emphasis
black women,
on
the
black.
black women. Sorry,
So I talked about the makeup thing because for me, I just enjoy doing my makeup, you know, like I enjoy taking pictures and stuff and just getting
Right,
all dressed up. And
right,
sometimes, like, I do look like a different person when I don't have makeup on. And so
right.
I've always wondered if, like, guys are attracted to that, or they can see, like, you know, my cheeks are contoured, or I have on fake eyelashes, or my eyebrows are a little bit thicker. And if they're like, you know,
Let,
but
let me rephrase. Let me rephrase. Guys like a girl who could do both. Guys
yeah.
love girls who could do both.
Okay, the switch up. Switch up.
We love both.
Okay.
But if you're offering me, like, if you're giving me the choice, you know, I don't need you to have a full face of makeup to attract me to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I like a girl who can dress up, or we can go, you know, do outdoor stuff. You know,
Yeah.
ties the hair back. We can go have fun. You know, it's both.
Next question.
All
This one's a funny one. I think this one is my favorite one.
right.
Um, are all guys really awful? Like, are all guys bad? And why do you think a lot of girls believe that if you say they're not?
Ah! Okay. Wow. So you're really trying to get me in trouble. That's what
Come
you're trying
on, come on. They want to know. They want to know. I want to know. Shoot.
to do. Guys have agendas. People have agendas.
Ooh,
They
okay.
do. People have agendas. But specifically, you know, based off your question, guys do have agendas. All agendas are not created equal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if it's a positive, all right. So like you can say, I'm trying to talk to this girl. I want to hang out with this girl. I want to do things for this girl because I want this girl to be my girlfriend because I see qualities in her that I think would make a great partnership for life, like a life partner.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you can say that's an agenda. You have a plan. Well, yeah, my plan is to marry this girl,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean that's an honorable agenda, if you will. So I don't even count it. You know, you can't trust people with shifting agendas.
Mm-hmm.
Because people with agendas, those agendas change, and when they do, you know, they're definitely not positive for you for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in them, and if you are, it's because you're a means to an end. So they're either talking to you for one of four reasons off the top of my head.
Okay.
Either they're trying to get with you sexually,
Mm-hmm.
or they like you, and you know, they like you, which you wouldn't be, you know, it's not terrible, but trying to get you to be their girlfriend
Mm-hmm.
to get something sexual. It's just on, just
Mm-hmm.
being real.
Okay.
To get some, or to show off,
Yeah.
or just to see if you like them, to try to win you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
as some prize, like, yeah, I conquered her, or because they're bored.
Uh,
Very few. I'm being honest with you. I'm being real with you. I'm being 100% honest with you. You do have to be aware of that, and you have to. Now, not all guys are like that. Clearly, there are more guys out there than, you know, than you would think, that
mm-hmm.
are into one girl and want to be into one girl, want to build something, you know, truly beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there. They're very few and far between. That's what makes them special. Just like they're girls on the same spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what makes them special. So you do have to weed it out. Which goes back to time, but only time allowed. That's when you truly learn this person. The short answer is no. Not all guys are bad. Not all guys are like that. I say it's immature, to be honest. It's just a very immature kind of state of mind, immature, you know, goals or whatever. But I say a lot of them are, and increasingly more and more are. But it has to do with a lot of things. Has a lot to do with our media. Has a lot to do with our music. You know, that's what's promoted in our music. It has a lot to do with who's raising them, and, you know,
Yeah.
who's, you know, examples and where they're coming from. So it has to do with a lot of them, because a
Yeah.
lot of that's taught. That's learned behavior.
Right.
That's learned. You're more of a man. The more the more bodies you got, the more man you are. The more
Mm.
you play it.
And that's not true.
That's just simply not true. That's not true. And even if it were true, like, if that's how you derive your self-worth and all that kind of stuff, then that's something you got to work through. But yeah, that's a long answer.
That's so true. And so what some women have to realize is, or what they have to find out is, which one of those four guys are they trying to talk to? Or which one of those four guys have they been messing with? The guys who just have bad motives,
Mhm.
or the guys who are truly trying to look for something special and something long term. And
Yeah.
I feel like girls who say that all men are just awful, or the stereotype that people get, is because they've been dealing with all those types of guys, the wrong guys. Well, I mean, it's wrong if you're looking for something wrong long term, but if you just want something quick, then do what you got to do. But
That's
yeah,
true. But that's not, oh, just really quickly before I forget,
yeah, go
like,
ahead.
that's not how we're naturally wired, first off. We become that when you've been hurt,
Mm,
then you figure that's not coming. But what you're really looking for is the fifth guy, the fifth type of guy, the one who's like, kind of just want to be loyal to one girl. I'm just trying to see if you that one girl for me, and if I'm that one guy for you. We're just trying to figure it out.
yeah.
So you're really looking for that fifth guy. And the problem that I have friends and stuff like that. People talk to me. And the problem I see is that you think that you can change people.
Oh, yes.
That's not our job. Like, we
Yes.
can't change people. People are who they are, and
Yes.
it's far above us to change someone else. But people can change, and they have, and they will continually do so. But at their core, like, you can't think that you're some special snowflake that's going to come in and change this dude's life, because you're probably not.
Mm,
What he's thinking about is, all right, how I'm going to get you, and then I'm going to get you a friend, and I'm going to get your friend's friend. And it's going to keep on going, going, and going, and
yeah.
going. Unless you're talking to that very rare fifth guy. Oh, yeah.
Do you think that more girls have that mindset than guys? Like, more girls have that fifth guy mindset, if you will, than guys?
Starting off, I think starting off, yes, but in circumstances, situations, experiences, changes them to where they now have kind of that guy mindset. Girls are acting like guys in that aspect,
Mm-hmm.
stereotypically, going from guy to
Yeah.
guy to guy, trying to get up their team, whatever. So that's what, and then, yeah, so the roles are kind of reversing. So it's a cycle too. And then you have to take into account um, the black plight, right? So let's say you grow up in a white suburb, and society's saying, you're ugly, you're unattractive, string your hair is better. Sorry, straighter hair is better.
Mm-hmm.
Blonde is hot, hot blonde. I can keep going, but you get the idea. So then you get to an area where, okay, so you have someone who says, all right, I find you attractive. So then now because someone finds you attractive and you're not really used to that, just because of the area you grew up in, now one or two things are going to happen. You're going to try to overlook this person's faults because they find you attractive, because you haven't had that before. Or it goes to your head. You get a lot of attention now, then now you become the opposite. And then there's also your hurt, and then you've been hurt, a couple times, one time, two times, three times,
Uh-huh.
so on and so forth. So you just figure that, okay, might as well, do the same thing. So it's kind of a cycle. It kind of be any combination of those things, but it's just a multifaceted issue, as well as with guys too. Like, let me just say this: like, we black men, we need to do better. We just do. We need to treat our women better.
Come on.
Relationships in general, their responsibilities. Like,
Mm.
I'm saying to you, I'm committed to you. Now I have to be responsible for that commitment on my end, but also I now have to put your needs above mine. If you're having a bad day and I'm having a bad day, I say something to you or you say something to me and it rubs me the wrong way,
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to put your feelings ahead of mine. We might be both having a bad day, but I'm gonna say, baby, look, I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna hear you. I'm gonna put your feelings before mine, because that's what my role is. That's what my job is, and that's my decision. Like, I chose to do that. So you have to be responsible for the choices you make. And honestly, in all areas, we're just not really doing that very well in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes, like, I like to give excuses or give passes, like, oh, maybe he's just like immature,
Oh
or
yeah,
he just needs to mature. But that, like, guys understand that, but they actively choose not to, follow through with that responsibility, like you said. Oh, that was a good discussion. Okay, cool. Next question. Ooh, fill in the blank. Okay.
uh,
Fill in the blank. You know a guy likes you when he blank.
Woo! All right. No guy likes you when he's going out of his way to spend time with you. He's going out of his way. It's time. Goes out of his way to spend time with you. The body language he exudes when he is with you, it displays when he's with you. Texting you and trying to call you and trying to hang out and
Yeah.
yeah, that's how you know, because time is so precious. Everyone recognizes that, everyone understands that, and everyone makes time to do what they want to do, no matter how busy you are, no matter how busy you are. So if they're going out of the way to make time for you and want to spend time with you, because unlike money, you spend time, you can't get it back, but they want to spend that with you, then that at the very least says that they like you enough to do that.
Oh, you froze. Say the last part again.
They like you enough to, that you're special enough to want to spend that time with you.
Ladies, this is listen up, ladies. So ladies.
Oh, forgot. What's up, ladies? What's good? What's good?
So if he is not answering your text, because that's time too.
Yep, it is time.
Time when you want to respond,
Right.
If he's not answering your text, if he's showing up to dates late, if he's saying like, oh, I'm busy or I want to hang out with my homeboys.
Oh, hold on about the late thing, because I'm chronically late. Don't take it personally. All right. If I'm 15 minutes late, and it's just, it's
okay, but I'm talking about like an hour late or, anything over an hour, honestly.
Anything over a half hour, even without an excuse. Oh, I got traffic. Take a picture of traffic. Look, I'm sorry. Without an excuse, 30 minutes is still excessive. 15 minutes isn't great. I need to do better, but.
So some guys will be like, oh, I'm just a bad texter. Like, or I've had a guy tell me, like, okay, so I don't like to text, but if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. That's fine.
Right.
So I'm more of a FaceTime type of person, especially if I'm busy. Like we can just, quick FaceTime, 15 minutes a day, whatever. I've had a guy tell me like, oh, you need to make an appointment. Or like, don't call me unannounced.
Wow.
And at first I was like, did he just?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Everyone is can be a good texter.
Mm-hmm.
You can. It just takes time and energy. But if someone's worth that time and energy, you'll do it.
You'll do it.
In FaceTiming, all right. Not to toot my own horn, but toot. I'm a great texter. You feel me? I'm interesting when I do respond.
I was about to say, because you do not you take hours to respond.
Chronic lateness. It's a disease. Absent my disease, I'm a great texter.
I need to like an official diagnosis from a doctor, because
I have a doctor's note inside. I can get it right now.
Oh my God.
Shoot, for real. Nah, but like, I'm really just joking around. It was more, I wanted to see what you were gonna say. But no, yeah, but like, an appointment though, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah. And like, low-key, he was kidding, but there was some truth behind that.
There was some truth behind it. You were sending messages. Like, there's no such thing as a full-blown just kidding for the most part.
Yes, yeah.
Excuse me, but yeah, it really comes down again to time and the time you're willing to put into talking to someone, because now that's our new talking, and who knows, with COVID, that might be our new dating now.
Yeah.
With text messages and phone calls and FaceTime, like that's pretty doggone close to it. You can get to know you can get to know a person extremely well through texting and talking and then FaceTiming, just because it's virtually spending time with someone. When you say you want to get to know someone and they're still doing that to you, like that's saying something. You should note that. You shouldn't say anything. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. Don't go off on them. Just note it. You just jot it down. Oh, okay. Interesting. Underline.
Yeah. I wish I would have. I mean, like I said, I just gave so many excuses. I was like, oh, well, maybe he just is busy and wants to like carve out time, or oh well, maybe this, that, whatever. And it's like, no, like these are actual signs and red flags that you have to pay attention.
Exactly. Red flags.
Yeah. And like you said, you cannot change anybody.
No.
They can change for themselves. They can want to change. They can make the active steps to change. But me as a person, I cannot change you. You cannot change me. So
No.
it's like, stop. And I feel like a lot of girls do this. Like,
Yeah.
stop thinking you're going to fix this guy.
Yeah.
Like, this was another one for me, too. Like, one of my values is, a man of faith, a man of God, a Christian man.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, well, he doesn't go to church and he doesn't read the Bible, but maybe if we go together, like
Yeah.
he'll draw closer to God. Or maybe
Yep.
if I just send him Bible verses every day, he'll want a relationship with God. And you like, no, you can't.
Let's go into that then. Let's go into that.
What?
Because I was going to mention that, but I didn't know how you wanted to approach it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, first off, my dad told me something long ago that I've held very dear, to myself, and it's been something I continually fall back on because it's just so accurate, so true. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how much you pay, no matter what, you can't make somebody love you. You can't make someone love you. You can't force them. You just can't, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? That's a choice, because ultimately love is a choice. It's not a feeling, it's a choice. You're choosing to love this person. I'm choosing to love you. It's a choice. But kind of jumping back to faith, and changing people. Yeah, it's not our job. I'm a Christian, right? And it's not our job to change people. Like, I recently kind of read that. Very interesting, kind of in my devotions not too long ago, but it's not our job to change people. That's literally not our job. We can't do that. That's Christ's job. That's literally what he does. That's what he came down to do. That's what he died and rose again to do. And that's what he's continually doing and will do. Ultimately, we're trying to change this person so that they're more fit for us, so that they fit into our framework. But if they don't do that from the beginning, I'm saying, there's certain things, but let's not, I don't want to paint the picture. You got to look for the perfect guy or the perfect girl, because there's no such thing. Exactly. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. But it's certain things that are intangibles. Like, I cannot live without these things in another person. And I can't instill these things in a person. I can't. Like, for me, got to be a Christian. She just has to be. We have to have that same worldview, same mindset. She has to be Black. Same worldview, same mindset, and so on and so forth. But and then there's certain things you say, okay, I can live without. Or if that person doesn't have that, I can live without because they have this. And I also enjoy spending time with them. I also enjoy doing this, and we also have this together. So and you also have to realize it's very humbling too, because I fall into this, like, oh, I'm looking down at this person. I can live with this one. You got to change that about yourself. But they're looking at me the same way. Yeah. I'm fitting these things. I'm checking these boxes, important boxes. But there's some things they're saying about me, Jason, that I don't really like that about you. But at someone's core, you can't change them. But someone can desire to change certain things about themselves to better accommodate you. But that's the choice, though. That's choosing to love you. That's choosing to put you above me. You know what I'm saying? I'm choosing to be more selfless in this area because you mean that much to me, and because I want this for us. So that's what it really comes down to.
Love is a choice.
It is a choice. It's not a feeling, and it shouldn't be, because feelings are fleeting. So I like French fries. I really do. But sometimes I eat too much of them, then now I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. If you apply that, yes, it's, but if you apply that to a relationship, okay, because there's going to be a lot of times where I'm not really going to like you right now. You're kind of in a mood. You're arguing with me. You're bringing me down. And I'm not really feeling you. Gotta be honest. I'm just not. But because I've chosen to love you, I made that choice to love you, I'm still going to be here. I'm not going to leave. Yep. I said we in this. I'm not leaving. You're not leaving. When we say we in this, we in this. Girl, I'm with you, no matter what.
Well, this conversation is good because a lot of people our age, and you're 21, I'm 20. Technically, we're still young. But these are things that we need to be talking about, because if we don't get this, like when we're younger, then we're lost when we get, 25, 27, 30. It's a real issue. So we need to learn these things and start having these conversations when we're young so we don't waste our time. Like, what are 3 things or what are some like values that you look for in a girl?
Man, killing me today. All right.
You got it.
So, number 1, she has to be a Christian, right? But she can't just like profess it. She has to actually live it. She actually legitimately has to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Because for me, that's the foundation. Because this life is hard. Relationships are tough. And relationships without Christ, you see there's so many divorces nowadays. It's just like, oh, it's just something we do. We were in love, but now, we're having money troubles and we argue. So now we're not in love. But Christ keeps us together. So, yeah, so if I'm going to, and I know me, I'm not going to be strong in my faith all the time. I'm going to weaken. I'm going to falter. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. I'm a man,
Yeah.
So, I need my partner, and I say partner because that's what it is. This is a partnership. It's all cool. It's all, fluffy and stuff like that, to hold hands and a kiss and I love you, write poems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I am the goofy type. I will do all those things.
So goofy. So goofy.
So I am the romantic type. I do love all those things. But, that's not what life is. And that's not what a partnership is. It's who's in the trenches with you. Who are you going to go down? Who are you going to call when you need to go down a dark alley? You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be my girl. Hey, look, we decided to do this. So when that means when you call me, I'm going to pick up. When you need me, I'm going to be there. And I take that very seriously because that's a commitment right there. But that's a commitment that you don't even see now. That should be reserved for marriage, right? But you don't even see that in marriage anymore. But I take that extremely seriously. My parents, through my example, my parents, my grandparents, I come from a long lineage, of commitment.
Yeah.
Relationships. But grandparents 51 years,
Wow.
parents 30, 27 married in marriage, but 30 years altogether. That was the biggest. That's the biggest thing that holds them together, and that's going to be what hold us together because Christ is the foundation, right? And sometimes I'm going to want to fall off. My wife has to be strong too, hold on to the foundation to pull me back up. And then we do the same thing. We constantly keeping each other accountable, constantly keeping each other. We're bonded in a triangle, together through Christ. Number 2, she has to be an African queen. Queen. I'm gonna say it again. I come from a long lineage of beautiful African queens. I'm not gonna hold you. I just do. So I gotta keep that lineage going.
You don't want a little crumble in
Nah, we could be friends though. Friends, being goofy. But the biggest thing is worldview. So if I have to be black, everywhere else in the world, they're telling me you're black, you're a black man. The rules are different. Man, I'm not going to go into it, but at home, that's where I feel safe. That's where I can go to escape it all. And that's where I can talk about my day, say, look, this is what happened. This is what was said. This is what, and my wife's like, you know what? I understand that. Why? Because I've received the same thing.
Yes.
Black man, my father's received the same thing.
That relatability.
Exactly. It's understanding. So she understands and I don't have to explain. Then we have kids, but most importantly comes out with the kids, right? Then my son comes out like a mixed baby, right? A bi-ethnic. And then I'm trying to teach him how the world is for my black son, because that's the reality of it. You're still black. You don't matter if you're mixed.
Yeah.
You're black. Jim Crow law still applies. It just does. You got 1% in you, you're black. You look black, you're black. So when he gets pulled over by the cops, right, I have to teach him how to stay alive. It's just the reality of it. And my white wife isn't going to understand that. She can understand. Actually, no, she can understand something, but there's a difference between understanding and comprehending.
Oh, okay.
So you can only understand up to a certain extent, but you're not going to be able to comprehend until you experience it, till you feel it.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you have any physical preferences?
Oh, in terms of look?
Mm-hmm.
I like brown women. Brown.
Brown.
So I know a lot of people like the whole light skin thing, but like honestly, that's a form of colorism. That's colorism, and that stems from slavery.
Hmm.
Literally, the slave masters did that on purpose, from raping our girls, right? Raping our women, who then they had bi-ethnic babies, and then they treated the bi-ethnic babies better than their darker brothers and sisters. Why? To
Hmm.
create division. Because if united we stand, divided we fall. You kept them divided, then now they're arguing and fighting for masses approval.
Yeah.
Now you can control a large group of people with very little effort. So that's really what it's behind. Is actually slave mentality. I hate
Wow.
that.
Wow.
Absolutely hate it. It's slave mentality. Thinking you're better just because you're closer to white is
Wow.
exactly how they trained you to be.
Hmm.
Dumb. So don't do that. You're playing right into their hands.
Yeah, some
But
people may be like, oh, well, it's just my preference. It's just like, that's just what I'm most attracted to. But you may want to revisit that concept a little bit
right,
and look at the history behind
exactly.
what that can mean, because it's problematic.
Exactly. But for me, skin like complexion is like okay.
Yeah,
That's probably the bottom. Like I don't care, to be honest.
yeah,
Historically speaking, the more brown I'm more attracted to. That's just history speaking. But it's not that. I told you it's eyes, love eyes. Fuller lips, love full lips. Hair, just ethnic
So
hair.
all the ethnic traits, all of them.
Um,
What about like athleticism or
athleticism.
like their figure?
Oh, we're going into that. Okay.
Yeah, let's go there. Why not?
All right. Well, first off, your boy loves curves, right? But black women in general, they have natural curves. We just do. That's just kind of how we're. That's just how God made us.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why, like, I wouldn't. I'm just gonna be frank with you. I wouldn't date a white girl. I wouldn't date white women in general because they want to do all these exercises and things of that nature to acquire what our
Surgeries.
women have. Exactly.
Surgeries.
Exact surgeries, etc. So like the Kim Kardashians of the world. So they're having the surgeries and now they get all this praise. Oh, look at her, she's a dude. That's not natural. But you want to bag on our girls for having that. We'll call them thick and fat, or look at them. Like, no, seriously, nah. Why would I go to the counterfeit when I can go to the original?
Come on. Go to the source.
That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just being
Or
real with you. Again, like those are things I can live without because it's here.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
here. Like, so sure, I can say this, then the other, but then again, that'll be gone in like 30 years anyway.
yeah. You said that right.
So maybe most likely less. Like, I don't like. Okay, I don't really care.
But I think a lot of girls they're like, oh, if I get this feature, if I dress this way, guys will like me. But then, like you said, they ain't got nothing up here, nothing in here. They're like a shell, if you would.
Exactly.
Everything is great on the outside, but on the inside, it's hollow. It's empty.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's
Exactly.
why I asked that question, because I know like you don't have many preferences, if you will,
Right.
and that type of stuff. Like the superficial things, they matter, but not as much as some girls may perceive or some girls may think.
And let me ask you. Let me direct a question, if you will. So, if the outward were so important, then why are all these movie stars and actors and actresses? Why are they all getting a divorce? Right? Why are they considering divorce if their figure is just perfect, their outers are just perfect? Because sex isn't everything.
Mm,
It's not even most things. It's not. You know what I'm saying? What it is a physical manifestation of the connection that you have with another person.
yes, yes.
That's what it is. It does bond you. That's why it is so important. That's why should be saved for marriage. Oh, you said saved for marriage. Yeah, no, seriously, it should be because it bonds you to that person. That's the most intimate and the most vulnerable you can possibly, and the closest you can get with another human being.
Yeah, you form a soul time.
It's a soul, like your connection, because you've already made that connection emotionally. You've already made that connection intellectually, if you will.
Hmm.
And now you're just sealing the deal with that physical connection, because your souls have already low key, not even low key, at the point you're getting married,
Yeah.
that becomes your soul mate. Yeah, it's not everything. So you could spend all that time focusing on those things, and if you feel that you want to get a little curvier, do some exercises. Do them. I said go for them. You want to get your stomach a little tighter, run, eat better, do some core work, do it. No one's stopping you. But if that's your number one goal, and if that's your number one goal to try to hook guys, you're going to only hook the wrong guys. That's not the type of guy you want. Then that fits one of the four. Yes. Then they're going to want to get things from you. They're not going to want you. They're just going to want you, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Just to be a number. Then afterward, after they've had their fun with you, they'll leave. Maybe they'll come back, have the fun with you again, and leave. And then now you're just like a tissue. You're just like a Kleenex. You know what I'm saying? They just blow their snot into you, and then they toss into the wind. It's just like that. If that's what you want to be, go for it.
Do it, girl. Do you.
Honestly. But if you want more, that's not the route to go.
No, not at all. Okay, so as we're kind of wrapping up here, if you could speak like on behalf of all men, what is one message that you want women to understand about guys?
I want you to trust your intuition. Trust it. If you're sensing red flags, you're sensing the red flags, and you're sensing them for a reason. So don't try to ignore them. Don't try, and like one red flag, two red flags, sure. But if you start seeing a consistent pattern of these things, believe it, you can't change the guy. You can't. Only God can. I want you to remember the agendas we talked about. And it's actually safe to assume that they're operating under one of those agendas until they've proven themselves. If he's really into you and if he truly wants you, he'll keep pursuing you. He will continually pursue you. And wait, that's not pushing you for sex. That's not pursuing. That's chasing. There's a difference. You don't want to be chased. You want to be pursued. I'm actively putting my foot forward because I want you. I see something in you, and I think we can do something great together in this life.
Yes.
I'm gonna spit some facts for you. Something I realized. Ladies. So when you have a guy that's one of the fifth guys, and you're like sensing, okay, you know what, it's one of the fifth guys, but you're not sure. Still be cautious, but at the same point in time, don't push him away. Do not, because he will be pushed away. Don't play games with him. Don't mess around on him. You know what I'm saying? And when I say guard your heart, that doesn't mean, put him through all these tests. That just means don't reveal yourself. Don't put too much weight on this relationship until he proves himself worthy. If he's worthy enough to win your heart, he'll be willing to wait until you deem him worthy enough to win your heart. If he's not willing to go to your father, I'm traditional, that's how I was taught. If he's not willing to go to your father in person, or because of COVID, over Zoom, something, and talk to him, say, sir, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. I'm interested in your daughter. And this is what dating means to me. I'm trying to court your daughter. I'm interested in your daughter and seeing if we would make, she's the one and I'm the one for her. It is safe to assume that he's one of the four. It is, until he makes it clear. Said, no, that's not my intentions. It's not what I'm interested in. But then once he says that, hold him accountable to those actions. But take note of it. You don't want to argue. You don't want to try to change him. You want to see who he really is, who he is at his core, because he's going to make that abundantly clear. If he wants that with you, he's going to make that clear with you.
Yeah.
And if he's that type of guy, because that's the type of guy who's worth waiting for and who's worth letting him pursue you. And also vice versa, guys, don't be one of the four. Be greater than that. Be better than that. It's a childish mindset. And we've both been to Howard's homecoming.
Yeah.
There's some 50-year-old children out there hitting on 18-year-olds. And that's a problem. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Do not. Be greater. So that's all I have to say. Be greater. And girls, wait for the guy who's deciding to be greater. And be greater together. That's all I have to say.
Oh, this is good. I'm sending you like a virtual hug. I want to thank you for lending your time. I know you're very busy. Your knowledge, your insight. This is going to help some people, for real.
Certainly hope so. I appreciate you thinking of me, inviting me on here and asking me these great questions. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm so grateful. Awesome.